Whiteinch Centre's Creativity Connects channel, and today we're back with our volunteer Lauren, who's been doing various vegan baking, and she's going to try out another one of Mary's fabulous baking recipes, and this time it's her melting moments recipes, which has got a couple of surprising ingredients in, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be making it along at the same time as well, so wish me luck. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Hi, my name's Lauren, and today I'm going to be making melting moment cookies. This is not a recipe I've tried before. In fact, it was kindly donated by a Whiteinch community member, Mary, who is well known for her bakes, and in fact another volunteer, Kyle, recently made her famous shortbread recipe. So yeah, I'm going to give these a go. I hope it goes well. I hope I can do them justice, particularly because I have swapped a key ingredient, as usual, for a vegan option. So yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so the ingredients for this recipe are pretty simple. We've got 6 ounces of self-raising flour, or you can use plain flour and add a couple of teaspoons of baking powder. We've got 4 ounces of margarine, so I'm just using Flora. Got 2 ounces of caster sugar and 2 ounces of custard powder, which is something I've not used in baking before, but yeah, just Bird's custard powder, which might surprise you is actually vegan already. And the last ingredient is the one I've substituted, is lard, which is obviously pig fat, which isn't very vegan, so I am going to swap it for a plant-based fat. So I did a bit of research online, and most people seem to be suggesting that Trex is a good alternative for lard. It's a plant-based fat, it's solid at room temperature, it's like sort of white solid fat there, so it even looks a little bit like lard. However, it's an unsaturated fat, which, I mean, lard is very much a saturated fat, so I thought I'd use a bit of this, so 1 ounce of this and 1 ounce of coconut oil, which is saturated fat. So I thought I'd use, yeah, half and half basically, so that's what I've done. So actually quite a small number of ingredients, which is good. So the first step is to get your caster sugar in a big bowl. And that is 2 ounces of caster sugar, so not very much really. And then what I've done is measured out all the different fats I've ended up using. So I've got the 4 ounces of margarine, 1 ounce of coconut oil, and 1 ounce of Trex all in here. So I'm just going to scrape those out into the big bowl there. Brilliant. Now the recipe says you've got to cream these together, so cream the sugar and the fat together. You can do this with a spoon, but I'm going to use electric mixer thingy because yeah, it'll be a lot quicker. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It's very noisy, so I'm going to pause here and show you when I'm done. Right. I've creamed together the fats and the sugar to make a very sort of light, fluffy, smooth mixture. The next step is to add the flour and custard powder. So I've already measured those out in this little bowl here, just for ease. The recipe says add it sort of gradually and kind of fold it in. So I'll just put a few spoonfuls in like that, I guess, and give it a mix. God, it's kind of going everywhere. Right, do you know what I'm actually going to do is use the whisk again, because I've got lazy, so I'm going to do that. Right, so I've mixed all the flour into the sugar and fat mix, and it makes a kind of a very interesting cake, well, not cake mix obviously, cookie mix. Slightly pinkish in colour, I guess that's because of the custard powder, and very light as well, very light and fluffy. So the next step is to scoop out little balls of it. The instructions I was given said just bigger than a Malteser. As usual, my powers of judging things have not served me very well, and they're a little bit bigger. So what I've done is I've basically scooped out about a tablespoon's worth of mixture. So get it into your hand and sort of roll it about in your hand. It's quite a wet mixture, so it kind of sticks to your hand a little bit. And it's very weird. It's very light. It reminds me almost when you like squirt some like hair mousse into your hand, and it's like light sort of moussey texture. So yeah, what you do is you roll it up into a ball like so, and you get a little plate like this with some caster sugar on it, and you roll it around in the caster sugar to like coat it. So it has a nice like sugary crust, I guess. So then we've got, so it's quite hard to work with. It's quite squishy. So then pop that on the baking tray. Then you get a fork and you just flatten it slightly with the fork so that there are some nice looking grooves in the top of it. So here are my cookies. Oh, gold one just slipped. they're not very well stuck. As you can see, there's some differences in size. It's like a mini one here, but yeah, for the most part, I think they're relatively similar size. Plenty of cake mix left as well, so these will be the first batch. So I'm going to pop them in the oven. The oven's been preheated to 180 degrees, and they're supposed to go in for 20 minutes. So let's see how this goes. Hey there. So I've taken the cookies out of the oven. I took them out a little bit earlier than 20 minutes, I'd say maybe about 18 minutes, because I could smell them, which is always a sign that they're probably nearly ready. And as I peeked in, some of them were a little brown around the edges, so I thought I'd rescue them. And I think I rescued them at the right time, because some are a little bit toasty around the edges, but others actually look really good. For example, this guy here. They've expanded quite a lot in the oven, actually. So yeah, I mean, next time maybe I'll actually try and make them the right size, like as small as a Malteser ball, because I think they will expand quite well. And so yeah, I've tried one already, and they taste really good. You can see why they're called melting moments, because they just fall away in your mouth. They really are very tasty. I don't know, I can just demonstrate how they look. So they crumble when you break them. And yeah, they're really good. You know, I can't think of anything else to really compare them with, really. They're just incredibly light and buttery and just really tasty. So yeah, thank you so much, Mary, for letting me have that recipe. It was really fun to try something new and experiment a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to know whether I got them right or not, because like I said, I haven't had anything similar to them before. So even if I somehow got it completely wrong, it's been a fun experiment, and they have turned out pretty well. So thanks for that. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for that, Lauren, and also thank you so much for the recipe, Mary. So I have given it a go. I did my first batch, not so good. I think I overcooked them. Anyway, I did a second batch using the same dough, and actually, they're really great. I'm really pleased. I'm not sure if it's what they're meant to be like, Mary. I'll ask you. I'll send you the video and ask you. But they taste amazing. They're really, really, really good. And I think you should give them a go, because they're quite cheap and there's not too many ingredients. So if you want to give them a try, the recipe's actually just written in the link below as well, so you can give them a go. And then also in that is Lauren's vegan equivalent recommendations, which have worked great. So what I'll do is I'll put that up. Remember, if you want to see any of our previous videos, just subscribe to the channel, have a look through. We've got some cooking ones, we've got some other ones as well. So we hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you really soon. Bye bye.